The future is now, thanks to SEGA CD. Brought to you in part by SEGA. It is a console so advanced that they didn't even use the SEGA chant. They just used a synth. Funny how things work like that. Oh, we gotta watch the best part of this game.
Pardon me. Hey, 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 hey.
Such a lovely animation. Interplay. Shining. Tommy Tallarico Studios.
Earthworm Jim.
You know you're in for a wild ride when the title screen is burped to you. Anyway, welcome to another Let's Play of mine, where I take a look at a game while adding commentary. Why? Hell if I know. I'm just here to have fun, by the way. Alright, so I'm going to play the game on difficult, because that's how I roll. Let's see, do I have the controls set up correctly? Jump, whip, and fire. Yeah, we're good. Alrighty.
Earthworm Jim.
Okay, now we can get started with the game. So, in case you're not aware, I am playing the SEGA CD version of Earthworm Jim, which is titled Special Edition. Of course, this is all pretty obvious if you were paying attention, but it bears repeating, I suppose. Now, if you're wondering why I'm playing this particular version of Earthworm Jim, it's because I personally feel that this is the best version of Earthworm Jim. Why? Because to me, this is the most complete version of Earthworm Jim. It has the most levels of any other game out there, even more so than the HD version. It's got more levels than the Super Nintendo version and the Windows version of the game. I don't know what's the design process behind this game, but you would think that when they make a definitive version of Earthworm Jim, they stick to it like that. But no, given the kind of history that Earthworm Jim has, it's not exactly a surprise that, there's a lot of inconsistencies between one another. But anyway, I'm not going to be rambling on about the history just yet. I want to talk a little bit more about how I came to be with Earthworm Jim. I was first introduced to Earthworm Jim as a kid through my dad. It's funny, my dad has a nerd friend, like a nerd comic book geek, who actually did draw for comic books. I think he did a couple of cover arts for Spider-Man. I would have to go back and check. I never did bother to do that. But anyway, my dad's friend was telling my dad, hey, your son should check out the game Earthworm Jim. Maybe he would like it. And considering how my dad is Hispanic, he misunderstood what he was saying and he thought he was saying Edward Jim. So my dad comes to me and he says, hey, have you ever heard of this game called Edward Jim? And I'm like, I don't think so. So my dad and I, we went to our local Blockbuster and we picked up Earthworm Jim. And it was there that I realized, oh, Earthworm Jim. Never heard of it. And of course, we picked up the Super Nintendo version of the game. And the moment I played the game, I just fell in love with it. Its cartoon appeal is what really drew me in. And I mean, this is at a time when I was watching cartoons like Tiny Toons and Animaniacs and Freakazoid. Earthworm Jim just felt perfect. It's got that cartoony vibe that I will always adore. The animation, the presentation, everything about Earthworm Jim is just stylish. In a cartoony sort of way, of course. So yeah, that's how I came to be with Earthworm Jim. There's actually a particular reason why I'm playing Earthworm Jim right now of all days, and that's because I am looking forward to playing Cuphead. And to me, I personally feel that Cuphead is a spiritual successor to Earthworm Jim. That may sound weird, but hear me out. Cuphead is a run and gun side-scroller shooter, not unlike Earthworm Jim. But there's more. It's a side-scroller shooter game that also went through this interesting design process where everything was hand-drawn on paper and pencil and then converted into something that would be in a playable form. You see, Earthworm Jim actually had the design process in the early days where Shiny Entertainment had some of the most talented artists involved, in which they all drew on paper and pencil as the basis for how they wanted Earthworm Jim to behave in a fluid manner. You could see it in Earthworm Jim's sprite animation. Look at how he runs, look at his walk cycles, look at his attack, everything. All that kind of stuff are things you would notice in cartoons, but not in video games. Video games are made to be pretty functional and quick. Now, I'm not saying that all video games are lack the kind of distinct animation that Earthworm Jim has, but Earthworm Jim stood out because it had that kind of design process, right down to using paper and pencil for animation before being converted into sprite form so that it could be used in video games. This was a process that Shiny dubbed Animotion. I'm not sure if this is something that's still being used to this day in video game business, but it's something that I hold dear to myself. So whenever I see a game that uses that sort of similar design process, I just have to give it like thumbs up because it's a lot of hard work for all that animation to go through. Sprite animation itself is absolutely fantastic, and I know that there are people that are really good at animating through pixels right from the get-go. But that's not the case with Earthworm Jim. Everything is all done through paper and pencil. And that's exactly what Cuphead is turning out to be. It's a game where they're using traditional animation through paper and pencil and then converting it not into sprites but into something that that just looks close to the way the old cartoons did. So I'm just playing Earthworm Jim to prepare myself for Cuphead, which I will be doing a Let's Play for. So be on the lookout for that, of course. I absolutely love this song a lot. It's such a wacky song. Actually, I ended up, at one point, I actually did recreate this entire song in Guitar Hero. I did post it on YouTube a long time ago. I don't know if anybody noticed it or ever bothered to view it, but if you actually want to hear how it turned out, you can check it out here on the top right corner. It should pop up right about now. There you go. Check it out when you can. It's actually pretty fun to play this song in Guitar Hero. I charted it as best as I could to make it fun and difficult, because playing the banjo ain't no funny business. Ah, bright lights. I love that. What is the guy saying? Is he saying time? Cut? I never understood what he was trying to say. And if you collect 50 orbs throughout these little segments, you get a continue. And I'm going to need them because this game can get really hard in later areas. Such as, what the heck? Dominated by Evil the Cat. You can see him sitting on the top left corner there. And you can also see him dancing in the background there. Which I always thought was pretty cool. Like, you know, actually being able to see like the villain of the game in the background the whole time. One of the things that I try to do with this game is to reserve my bullets. If an enemy can be killed in one hit with a whip, I usually go for the whip. It's not easy, but it is super rewarding because it allows you to save up for ammo that way. And when you're playing on a game like on a difficulty setting the way I am, you're gonna need all those bullets. Of course, what I really like about this stage is the fact that the music starts off with this demonic Night on Bald Mountain song before quickly cutting away to elevator music, which is by far the worst thing to listen to when you're in hell. I mean, come on. Elevator music is the bane of everyone's existence. being really, really careful here. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, indeed. Those bits are a little tricky to run on. Come on. There we go. Such a lovely experience. Running around in hell, hearing elevator music while everyone is screaming and suffering. Oh boy. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, in a special edition version of Earthworm Jim, you gain a new type of weapon called the homing rocket. It does exactly what it sounds like. Plasma! In case you aren't aware, Earthworm Jim was actually voiced by Doug TenNapel himself, the creator of Earthworm Jim. For whatever silly reason, Doug TenNapel decided to give Earthworm Jim a slight Texas accent. His whole idea was to have Earthworm Jim be a character that hails from the land of Texas, which is why he talks in a southern drawl and spouts out words like groovy and stuff. I don't know if that's a thing that Texas does, but I'm just going to assume that's how Texas people talk. He's not trying to be all cowabunga dude, he's just a dude. However, this sort of personality for Earthworm Jim was lost in the cartoons, because in the cartoons, rather than giving him the southern drawl, they opted to give him a more heroic type voice, which works to its advantage, because being a very lovable superhero just makes Earthworm Jim be more hammy as a result. And it certainly helps that the voice of Earthworm Jim in the cartoons was done by none other than Homer Simpson. And if nobody can make Earthworm Jim quite as hammy as Homer Simpson, I don't know who would like. Wow, I think I said that wrong. If nobody can make Earthworm Jim quite as hammy as Homer Simpson, I don't know who would. There we go, that's much better. Once again, I am sorry for flubbing my lines or slurring. I do these things on a whim sometimes. I really should think about actually playing this game with a script. I think that would be a much more benefit for me. I mean, of course, I can't do that when doing a blind Let's Play, but when I'm playing a game that I'm more familiar with, I should really write these things down. Oh, but no time to lament over these things. It's time for us to fight the snowman from hell. I forgot his name, actually. I think it was Krusty? No, not Krusty. It was something the snowman. It's supposed to be a parody of the name Frosty the Snowman, but not quite. There we go. Come on. There we go. Get out of here. There should be no snow in hell. Loading. Get it? It's one of my more favorite visual gags of this game. And you can only see it when you play the SEGA CD version, oddly enough. This part can be really tricky, and there's never been a moment where I never get hit by this thing. So all I really try to do to survive from this is to stay underneath this platform so that the spikes hit the roof and not me. There we go. You can actually hear someone switching out the vinyl so that it turns into elevator music. I always like that attention to detail.
Plasma! Plasma! Plasma!
Plasma! There's another villain here. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Haha. There's something very satisfying about being able to hit the enemies with your whip. And of course, you gotta whip those things to open a door. Makes sense, I suppose. Oh, crud. Why did I do that? Hold on. There we go. I am so low on health now. I think this was another song that I made in Guitar Hero. Oh, crud. Yeah, that's right. The top of the doors also have spikes on them. Damn, everything here is just out to kill you. There we go. What are those things supposed to be anyway? Demons? Like, I think they're demons. They're like a ghostly demon. I also find it funny that some of the enemies you run into in this game are lawyers. Because, you know, lawyers are always from hell. Man, this game was ahead of its time. I don't think these are the kinds of jokes you could see in video games today. Oh, no! Oh! Saved by the helicopter. Thank fucking goodness. Alright, come on. No, there we go. Yeah! There we go. And now for a battle against Evil the Cat. He's so evil that he has a giant gun. At least I think it's a gun. Yep, there it is. All you really got to do in this part is just avoid these things. Because little by little, the platform does fall apart. In the special edition version of Earthworm Jim, they added a new ammo, which is the rock. It's actually kind of hard to avoid the rock because of the way it bounces. Yeah. Those are the rocks. There we go. Finish him! By the way, Mortal Kombat was popular around the time that this game came out, in case you weren't aware.
2, 3.
The Super Nintendo version of this stage actually had a very creepy background. Like, if you actually go back and you see the stage in the Super Nintendo version, there's like these demonic creatures in the background. Like, it's like a red and black coloring thing, and you see like these demonic faces. Oh my god, I remember like playing this on the Super Nintendo version and it gave me the creeps. It was like scary as hell.
7.
I mean, it wasn't enough to like make me like cry with like cry like in fear, but man, there are some really weird images that can be in this game. Come on, you stupid Evil the Cat.
9.
There we go. I am not gonna risk it. Hee-haw!
Groovy.
Big Broody. Now here is a brand new exclusive stage that was created for the Sega CD version of the game. Big Broody. This stage actually has a very interesting story to it. Let me see if I can remember how it went. See, off in a distant planet, a lonely planet that was inhabited by intelligent human beings, there lived a village. And in this village was an idiot. Once upon a time, an idiot actually found a nest with one little egg. The idiot decided to take care of the egg and nurture it as if it was his own. And then one day, it hatched into a creature known only as Broody. Which, by the way, is named after Nick Broody, one of the artists behind this game. Anyway, when Broody was born, it started to feed on everything. It grew so big that it ended up actually eating its owner. Eventually, the Broodies discovered how to reproduce asexually, and so the entire planet ended up becoming inhabited by these Broodies. And so the entire village ended up disappearing into nothingness. Now the only thing left in this planet are Broodies and these weird looking wasps. Creepy, right? It gets even creepier when you listen to the music. I swear, this song can give me the chills. Like, seriously, find the song for this stage, play it on Halloween, like at the front entrance of your door, and you're sure to attract a large crowd. That's what I did a long time ago, actually. Yeah, everything about this is like super creepy. Get off me, freaking wasp. There we go. These things take more hits to destroy, but you can kill them in one go with the whip. But it's not easy to do. There we go. Just gotta, like, keep them away from me. There we go. You want to be really careful when handling the broodies, because you cannot kill them whatsoever. And if they touch you, they eat you in one go. So no matter how much lives you have, you're dead instantly. Yeah, this song is really creepy. I gotta give credit to Shiny. They know how to make this game silly and creepy and scary and thematic, all at the same freaking time. What other game does that? I mean, I'm sure there's lots of other games that do that, but this is just one of those that I know about that does it. Gotta be really careful here. The thing I like about the homing rocket is it does do a one-hit kill, so it does help me out when it comes to fighting these creatures. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No! Ah! I missed the jump. That was my fault. And of course I gotta deal with these wasps yet again. Alright. Follow me, broody. There's some nice treats down there. Yeah, let me just get rid of those freaking wasps. There's a hidden nail somewhere here. Let me see if I can find it. Come on. Come on. There should be something here. Any nail would do. Wow. Oh, there we go. Got it. Ah, perfect. I'm gonna need those lives. You can hear the door creaking, the silent wind. Everything about this is so... Man, I really love Tommy Tallarico. He's a very talented musician. Even if he is a total douche like I've heard people say, the guy's real cool and talented when it comes to music. I was very excited when he actually was involved in working on the music for Sonic and the Black Knight. Even if he only contributed like 3 songs overall. It's still really cool that they actually got him of all people to work on the music for Sonic the Hedgehog. Would have been nice to see him come back for more games, but hey, I'll take a few if I could. Get out of here. Oh, boy. You don't want me. I'm just a worm. And that was Big Broody. Pretty simple stage. I hear it's a very tough stage, but it's really not. I mean, you could die in one hit, but that's only if you're not careful. But now we're on to Andy Asteroids. A stage that, by the way, was named after one of the developers of the game, Andy Astor. And you happen to race against one of the villains in this game, Psychro, who is also named after one of the developers of this game, Steve Crow. The story for Earthworm Jim goes that Psychro was hired to deliver the super suit that Earthworm Jim wears to Queen Slug for a Butt. Queen Slug for a Butt commissioned Professor Monkey for a Head, who you'll see in a little bit. She commissioned him to create a very powerful suit capable of taking over the world with. After designing the suit, Psycho was put in charge of delivering it, but on his way over to Queen Slug for a butt, accidentally ends up dropping the suit towards Earth. And on its way to Earth, a worm happened to find it after it crash landed into its territory. And thus, the worm knew what he had to do. Save the world, save the princess, stop Queen Slug for a butt, and get back home in time for dinner. And that's about all you're gonna get out of the story. It's about as wacky as it could get. I mean, you're not even here to play the game for the story. You're here to play the game because it's a freaking worm in a super suit. What more do you want?
Groovy!
Down the tubes. By far one of the most notorious levels in the entire Earthworm Jim franchise, and you'll see why in a bit. It's actually one of my personal favorite stages, if you could believe that. Let's see. Gotta be careful when dealing with these cats. You cannot hurt them, but they will hurt you. These cats, I believe they're called number 4. They are put in charge to protect Bob the goldfish. There we go. Why? I don't know. Oh, crud, no! Oh, wow! Wow! Okay, that was my mistake. Wow, okay. That did not go according to plan. Alright, come on. Let's make it safely through this stage. Come on. Totally dig the bass of this music. Just listen to that bass slap. Oh, crud. There we go. Come on. Onward and upward. What are those things supposed to be anyway? They look like udders to me, like cow udders. Maybe they are, I don't know. I'm not gonna question it at this point. Let me summon my hamster. You're gonna need this hamster to eat the cats in front of you. Which makes absolutely total sense, I swear to Christ. You see, you need the hamster to eat the cats because Earthworm Jim himself cannot destroy the cats with his gun. You need a hamster to eat the cats. Makes sense to me. Just open up that door. There we go. Oh! I should not have shot him. When you shoot them, they start walking in your direction immediately. So yeah, be careful with that. Come on. The timer represents how much air you have left. You can only have 30 seconds. However, along the way, you can refill it with these air stations that I just demonstrated for you. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, this thing. Come on. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Give me some of that air. Come on. There we go. There we go. Now, unfortunately, I was supposed to get the laser gun along the way because that is the only way to destroy this stupid cat that's blocking your path. Instead, I'm just gonna have to get destroyed by him. Luckily, I have enough lives to spare. Or health, I should say. Oh, hey, there goes the cow. Now we've come to the stage that everybody hates. Trust me. I love this stage because I'm actually pretty good at it and it is tons of fun, but boy oh boy, if you were a kid and you were only able to rent this game instead of purchasing it for yourself, this stage can be a nightmare. Seldom do many people manage to get through this stage in their first try, let alone their various millions of other tries later afterwards. In the Sega CD version of Earthworm Jim, you can actually skip this part. I'll show you how, but I am not actually going to skip the stage for real because, well, then there wouldn't be any fun in showcasing my own skills. You see, if you jump up here, let me see. No, wait, I think it's... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's a hidden path here where that if you cross it, you'll actually be able to reach that extra life. But if you touch the extra life, rather than getting an extra life, you are warped to the next level. But I'm not going to do that. Not today. Instead, I'm going to do it the hard way. Why? Because I'm a man!
Oh,
Or a
yeah.
worm. Either way it works. Here we go. What makes this stage really tough is that you are given 90 seconds to get through this entire area with only one tank of air. However, if you got the skills, you can get through this stage without a problem. But what makes it tough is that if you crash into the rocks, the glass will break, and the more cracks it shows, let's just say the more times you hit the glass, the less of a chance you have at survival. There we go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh man. Oh no. Come on. Can I do it? Can I do it? Yeah, boy! I still got the skills. I don't want to die here now. That would be stupid. Hey, it's Bob the Goldfish. How should I kill him? Let me just whip him. There we go. See you later, little goldfish. I'm off to save the world. But first, it's time for another Andy Asteroids race.
Look, they're meatballs.
They're meatballs, you see? The only problem is they're pretty stale, so you don't want to get hit by those things.
Oh, Nelly!
Oh, almost bit the dust there. Luckily, I have a shield here, which is actually very useful in later parts of this game.
Oh, Nelly!
Come on, almost there, almost there. Just a little bit. There we go. See, here's the weird thing about the game. Whatever health your health carries over from stage to stage. So if you're at like 20% health, that's how much you're gonna have in any asteroids, and then following up to the next level itself. So if you would get hit by the asteroids, it's counted against you. And if you have like 10% health, one hit from the asteroid, you're dead. Boy, that's one of those things I kind of don't like about this game. It's not a big problem, but whatever. What is a big problem right now is not a problem. In this game, you gotta bungee jump with major mucus over here. This is actually one of my favorite bits of the game too. This is so freaking cool. What you gotta do is like hit this guy against the wall so that his snot will break free. But be careful not to get hit by him spinning, because that will also damage your rope. There we go. But that was only the first round. We got 2 more rounds to deal with. Things are starting to get more difficult, because now you have to deal with that monster underneath. Get hit by the monster, you die almost instantly. And you also want to be careful with Major Mucus, because whenever he spins, there's just no way to manipulate him around the area. Oh boy. So close. There we go, got him. Final round. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Come on. You know, this would have been a really cool 2-player battle segment. Too bad they never cashed in on that idea. Come on. So close. There we go. Gotcha. First try too. Whoa. Almost got hit by the monster there.
Groovy.
And the asteroid, yet again. This is starting to get a little boring for me. I mean, not that
Look,
boring,
they're
but
meatballs.
yeah. We heard you the first time, Jim. They look like meatballs.
Oh, Nelly!
Come on. There we go. So close.
Oh, Nelly!
Oh boy. If you end up losing a race against Psycho, you have to battle him for whatever reason, actually, because you could just ignore Psycho if you felt like it. Well, Jim could ignore Psycho if he felt like it. But no, due to the standards of video game rules, you must have a duel with Psycho if you end up losing against him. But I don't want to waste too much time doing that. I'd rather just win the race and go on to the next stage immediately. Time! Seriously, I think that's what he says. Time? Can somebody like clear that up for me? One of these days, I'm gonna have to meet Tommy Tallarico and ask him for that. I hate myself for never asking him that, because I actually did meet Tommy Tallarico when they did the video games live here in Fort Lauderdale. I got to meet him, and I had him sign my my CD album for one of his compilations. Guy's really cool. He really adores his fans, which makes me wonder like why people say he's such a douchebag, because he doesn't come across as a douchebag to me. I guess maybe that's how he is in other places. I have no idea. See, the purpose for coming to this area was to hit the switch. And that switch will activate this elevator on the left side of the field. Come on. There we go. But I really hate the enemies in this stage, because they can be super annoying. When you kill them, you think they're dead, but they're not. They leave behind these little things for you to deal with.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Now comes this segment where you have to be really careful not to die. Let's see if I can survive it. Oh boy, this is going to be really interesting. Come on, give me some health. Oh yeah, that'll do. Give me that. That's not a lot, but it'll do. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, 6%! Oh! Not cool. Alright, let's try that again. This time I have 100 lives, or no, 100%. What are those supposed to be anyway? Atoms? Oh my god. Oh boy, and I'm running out of ammo too. %. Not too bad, but let's find out if I can survive. Oh man! This is still not over yet, because there's a segment here where I can get hurt. Give me that continue. There we go. Perfect. Oh boy. I'm cutting it close, man. The great worm spirit looks upon me today. Hey, it's Professor Monkey Forehead. Get out of here, you. You crazy abomination, you. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. Oh! There's a secret area over here, by the way. There we go. Welcome to Who Turned Out the Lights. All you gotta do is survive this area in the total darkness. Not as easy as it looks, by the way. However, this is the best chance you can get to collect a bunch of lives. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get the one up there. Yeah, this is also perfect for collecting more health. There we go. I just love this little ragtime music. This is the perfect song to listen to when you're like in total darkness, I suppose. You just want to reach around and have a good old fun time with your daddy. I have no idea where I'm going with that joke. There we go. Oh, crud. Hello, you. Oh, boy. Hello, you. I certainly don't want to see how you look like in the light, so I'll just run away from you for now. And now we're back to level 5, which is oddly enough not the 5th level in this game. Come on. Oh, get out of here. Now, I actually love this part of this stage where you actually end up separated by your suit and you must get back to your suit somehow. I really wish there were more stages like that. I always thought it was really cool, you know, since you're a worm with a super suit, it only makes sense that there would be segments where you end up separated from your own body. But of course, it doesn't last too long. I don't even think Earthworm Jim 2 has any of that segment. Although for some reason Jim can still collect ammo in his worm body. Make it that what you will. There we go. Oh, crud. They can jump. Oh, are you serious? Of the one thing to get hit by. Oh boy. Alright, back to this segment again. Nice to know that Earthworm Jim can walk at the same speed that the treadmill does. There's my suit. Hello, buddy. That's not fair, man. That enemy placement is ridiculous. There we go. Sorry if I'm quiet, I'm a little concentrated because we're getting to the part where the game can get really tough. Come on. Oh, crud. There we go. When fighting Professor Monkey for a head here, you gotta push him back. Only then will he go away. There we go. Okay, there we go. You also come across these devices that shoot out these eyeballs. All you gotta do is whip it, and it will never bother you ever again. There we go. There we go. Get out of here. I got my eye on you. There you go, get out of here. Now here's a really cool secret. If you whip this thing, you get random items. However, after a while, you get enemies instead. So don't overdo it.
Oh yeah.
There we go, safe and sound. Hey, would you look at that? It's the original Robot Chicken. Seth Green, eat your heart out. There we go. But it's not over yet. For now, it's time for an air battle. Come on. Oh, down to 1%, and of course I end up dying anyway. Come on. Of course, now he shoots out homing eggs for some reason. There we go. Get out of here.
Groovy!
No time for grooviness. We have another round of anti-asteroids to deal with.
I'm a rocket man.
Indeed you are. And it's gonna be a long, long time before I remember the lyrics for this song. Oh, come on, Psychro! I forget that he can actually use the items in this stage as well, which is ridiculous. Yeah, look at that. Cheating bastard. I'll get you for this.
Oh, Nelly!
Get out of here. Freaking rubber band physics. Come on. I got this.
Whoa, Nelly!
Whoa, Nelly!
Whoa, Nelly!
Look at that. No matter how fast I go, Psycho can still catch up. That's nonsense. Doesn't matter though. I still won. Whip it good now, little suit. Cut! Time! I don't know.
Groovy!
For Pete's sake. Now, here's a funny story. Everybody I talk to when it comes to Earthworm Jim, they hate this stage. But this is a stage that I actually love. How weird is that? I don't know what it is. Maybe people hate escort missions, but I totally dig them. In this case, you have to protect Peter Puppy from all the chaos that goes around in this stage. You can whip him in order to keep him in the air, or you can shoot him so that he can stay still. Of course, it's easier just to whip him to get across the stage faster. But then comes this segment that can be a pain in the butt sometimes. Come on. Oh boy, another asteroid belt. There we go. Not too shabby. Oh no! How did that not go through? Of course, if you piss off Peter Puppy, he turns into this really redonkulous bulldog. I don't know how that works. Well, actually, I do know. In the cartoons, it's explained that Peter Puppy actually faced off against all dogs' worst nightmare, a running vacuum cleaner. But upon reaching the furthest steps of the vacuum, oh shit, he was transported to the planet Heck, where Evil the Cat infested Peter Puppy with the worst soul of them all, the souls of the demons. Yeah, go figure. The good thing about these plants is that once Peter Puppy's been caught in one of those, they break, so you don't have to worry about those things again. Now, I don't know why it is that Peter Puppy doesn't get hurt by that thing. I mean, it's a hook on his freaking back. Oh boy, another asteroid belt. Come on. Ooh, that was too close. Aww. Okay, okay. There we go, safe and sound. And I missed it. Oh well, at least it was close by. Ah, there was a hole there? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh man, these asteroids belt can be pretty annoying. And of course he gets caught in that thing.
Wee doggy!
Alright, at least I got my life. Not cool. Okay, maybe I should take a step back and actually watch what I'm doing. There we go. That's much better. Really wish the music would loop a little better. Come on. I'm hoping there's not another asteroid belt coming along the way, but I think that's exactly what's gonna happen. Or maybe not. Just a cow. Cows are safe. And no, I am not gonna do the advanced segment. I mean, I'm good at it, but I don't want to waste time with that thing. It's really tough, just take my word for it.
Groovy!
Now I only have 2% health in this round of anti-asteroid, so I certainly cannot make a single mistake if I want to get through it just fine.
I'm a rocket man!
Come on, Rocket Man. Oh, boy. Come on, come on. Let's beat Psycho at his own game. Come on. Get out of here, bird boy. Nobody likes you. Just fluck off. Ha ha! I'm not striving for perfection here. I just want to get through it just fine. There we go. Bright lights in my face. I swear, that's what I hear. Intestinal distress. Now, this is a stage that was missing from the Super Nintendo version. Some people say it's because Nintendo had a rule on showcasing like blood and guts or something. I think it has more to do with the fact that the Super Nintendo cartridge did not have enough space to include it. You see, the Super Nintendo version of Earthworm Jim made some big graphical enhancements over the original Genesis version of the game, where it had panning backgrounds and more better visual effects, such as the lens flare and whatnot. But because of all that added feature, they ended up wasting space on the cartridge, which meant they had to get rid of a stage. At least that's what I heard. There's lots of different stories as to why certain console versions are different from one another. But whatever the case may be, I still think the Sega CD version is the definitive version of them all. It's the most complete version of all the Earthworm Jim games out there. It's also the one that what's the word I'm looking for? It's the one that's more faithful to the original vision that the Shiny crew members had. This stage is whatever though. If anything, the one thing I like about this stage is the music. The music is creepy as fuck. It's got that psycho type music to it, and the percussion is an actual heartbeat. Just listen carefully to it.
Oh, yeah.
And I died. Sorry, I seem to be doing a terrible job here. Man, but there's so much hazards here, man. I guess this stage can be really tricky. Luckily, I've now made it to the final parts of the stage. This stage is surprisingly really short. It's probably the shortest one of them all, not counting Snot a Problem in this entire game. Actually, no, there's one that's much shorter than this one. But first, we gotta fight this dude. I keep forgetting his name. I think it's Doc Duesum or something. It's a little tricky to fight him, but all you gotta do is like get underneath him once he jumps. Once you find that pattern, you're good. And of course he makes that leap. Oh crud, 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 crud. There we go. Ooh, boy. Yeah, groovy, groovy, groovy. What's up, what's up, what's up? Time now for probably the last Andy Asteroids race for tonight.
Look,
Thank goodness.
they're meatballs.
Come on. Oh man, too many asteroids spoil the broth. Come on. Catch up. I see you, little Psychro. You can't escape from me that easily.
Oh, Nelly!
Come on. Almost there. We're past the halfway point. There's no turning back now. Full speed ahead. Whoa, Nelly! Come on, almost there. I can taste the victory. No, no. Tell me I beat this dude. You're kidding
Right,
me.
no, okay, right.
Wow. Well, I guess you all are gonna get to see me fight Psychro. What a way to end it all. Psychro! I don't know if I already mentioned it before, but he's named after Steve Crow. I always find that funny.
Psychro, come here!
To fight this guy, you gotta knock him unconscious with your gun, and then you gotta whip him. Although this dude can be really annoying. Ah! Oh, you're kidding me. Boy, oh boy. How wonderful.
Psychro, come here!
Yeah, come here, boy. Oh, man. There we go. Yes. Good, good, good. He should be running away now.
Man, Psychro, you got stomped.
Yeah, man, you got stomped. I
Groovy.
love that so much. One of these days, I would love to meet Doug Tenaple. He's like one of my heroes. Like, I love his artworks. You really should check up on some of the books he's released. I personally recommend the graphic novel he did called Cardboard. Okay, now this is the shortest stage in the game. However, it's also the toughest. You gotta float down as carefully as possible using Earthworm Jim's helicopter ability. Make one mistake and you're gonna die. Trust me. Okay, maybe a couple of mistakes are welcome. There we go. Now we've made it onto Buttville. Maybe it's because of my overactive imagination, but because the stage is called Buttville, I like to imagine we're actually inside somebody's electrical anus. I honestly hope that's not actually the case. Although this stage itself can be really tough. And of course, I died. Okay, let's not make any mistakes from here on out. Okay, good, good. There we go. You really want to be careful with these creatures because they can kill you in one go. However, if you whip them, you can also kill them in one go. Funny how that works. Ah! These things do way more damage than they need to. Man, wow. Luckily, I have a bunch of lives and continues, so this shouldn't be much of a problem. However, I would like to make sure I don't waste them all. Man, they still escape. And I still get hurt by that. How? Hello, Mr. Cow. For some reason, there's also basketballs in this anus. Oh man, so much damage. That's better. Get out of there. And I still get hurt by that. Unbelievable. Okay, much better. Okay, so far so good. No, no! Oh man, I can't believe it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Leave me alone. Really? Okay, how many lives do I have left? I'm down to my last one. I gotta make it count. Okay, so far so good. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But it's not going to be enough. Oh. No, I don't want to deal with this thing. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Man, this is a joke. So much damage. Oh. Alright, there we go. Sure hope this is enough. There we go. Yes. Woo! Wow. Oh, talk about cutting it close. Now there's a gruesome image for your kids. Have fun. Rated E for everyone. Wow. Well, here's a message to you by Doug Tenable himself.
You're the best! Boy, you've really whipped this game. I mean, you can put it back on the shelf. You've mastered it. I mean, on difficult. That's incredible. I couldn't even do that. I'm telling you, you know, you can just put the joystick down now and rest assured that you are the best. I mean, you're probably the only one who's even done this. You're probably the only person who's heard this right now. Heard this, me talking right now. You are someone special to us. We care about you. I mean, if you ever feel bad about yourself, think about this day and what you're hearing right now. You are the best. And if you fail at anything, if you come in last at the track meet, you just sit there and raise your head up and say, Shiny said, I was the best. And dang it, I'm the best. I'm in last place, but I'm the best. If you wake up someday and you're in prison, serving a life sentence, you just look up and say, I'm the best. When you're down, when you're lonely, when all their friends have turned their backs on you because you're such a jerk, you just sit there and say to yourself, I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best.
Words to live by. You also get this specially animated segment in the Sega CD version of Earthworm Jim. God damn it, cow. You had to go and ruin it. I mean, I could just, push the cow aside and, get the queen out, get the princess out, because she's obviously still alive. I mean, her eyes are still open and she's still blinking, but I don't know. I guess it wasn't meant to be. Oh, this game is just way too silly. See, look, Nick Broody, Steve Crow. Anyway, I think it's time for me to say my goodbyes. For anybody out there who was groovy enough to watch this entire Let's Play, I just want to say thank you very much. And for anybody out there that actually does enjoy watching my Let's Plays, again, I want to thank you a lot for that. I will be trying to make more videos in the coming days. There will be more Let's Plays coming up. And as I said earlier in this video, this game feels like a spiritual... I should say, like, this is like the... No, wow, I'm doing a terrible job here. Okay, I mentioned that I feel that Cuphead is a spiritual successor to Earthworm Jim, so I will be doing a Let's Play for Cuphead. So look out for that in the far future. And so the cow and the princess died in the lava. But of course, Earthworm Jim needs that sweet crown. He's got to get the money, of course. Loading. Alrighty, well, once again, thank you all for watching my Let's Play. I'll be catching you guys again on another episode of Set Place. Tune in next time. I will be playing Cuphead, and I will be playing the sequel to Earthworm Jim as well. And maybe, if I'm crazy enough, I might even do a Let's Play for Earthworm Jim 3D. But that remains to be seen. All these things are done on a whim, so, And because I have a busy life, it's really hard for me to keep track of everything. So, I'll be seeing you guys again another time. Take care. Farewell.